are feeling anxious about this year's cold and flu season, my next guest says the flu shot is the first step to being proactive and being prepared. Rich Larkin is the Immunization Program Manager with the Utah Department of Health. He joins me with more on this topic, and it's the topic right now as people forecast and look ahead to the upcoming flu season. How is your outlook on the flu season this year from your perspective?
Well, it's hard to predict, but we definitely don't need a bad influenza season to go with COVID, since they're both respiratory illnesses. And we do track hospitalizations due to flu also. So we have several of those every year due to flu. And so one of the best things we can do is get our flu vaccination.
Well, and elaborate a little bit more for me on that, because we hear it every year. It's an important annual reminder. But how, in particular, this year, how can the flu shot perhaps help us?
Yeah, so it is really probably the most important year, of course, 2020, right? The most important part, the reason to get our flu vaccination this year, because we have COVID circulating. And like I said, they're both respiratory illnesses. If you get influenza really bad and you require hospitalization, we've got to keep those beds open for hospitalizations for influenza, not only just for COVID. And so that's why it's really important, because influenza vaccinations do prevent the flu.
Do you anticipate, with all of the precautions we're taking this year, that perhaps the flu might not be as big of a deal this year, or is that hard to guess too? Yeah,
it's a little bit hard to guess, but you know, when you put in social distancing, people wearing masks, there's obviously going to probably be less transmission, if I was to make a guess on that. But the other thing is that influenza is transmitted differently than COVID, and that's the other thing we need to take into account. So we're still anticipating still an influenza season like we would normally see.
You have to be prepared. Remind us of the age recommendations for this vaccine.
So it's 6 months of age and older, and then there's lots of different vaccines that you can get. There's a flu mist, which is they just take it and they just kind of put a mist up into your nose, and it's for 2 to 49 years of age. They have the high dose, which is 65 years of age and older. That's for, because older people over the age of 65, their immune system doesn't respond as well. So that's actually why they get a higher dose. And then we have there's several products out there for 6 months of age and older.
Where can we go to learn more information?
So you can go to immunize.utah.gov, and that's our website, and there's a flu page, and then that will take you to everything that you possibly would want to know about the flu.
All right, a good, important reminder, everything you could possibly want to know about what's coming. Thank you so much, Rich. We appreciate it.